one of my life.
Known otherwise as the NH Pod, coming to you from the closet, where we discuss Husky sports and the biggest topics in the sports world. So get ready to be educated.
And they just do the most unbelievable things. They'll do the popular dance move with the dab.
They'll dab?
They dabble in the dab.
Enthused.
Last night, I said something, some guy on our team made a sweet move, and I said, as sweet as relish? I don't know where that's from. I don't know, what that comes out of, but that came out of my mouth.
Coach,
he's the genesis of why we're maybe doing this, because we heard people get rowdy about him on the internet. And I'm willing to bet, besides maybe Latvia or New York City, New Holstein has per capita the highest percentage of Porzingis fan per capita.
And hyped.
Let me just explain here. I hate Alabama, okay? I could have elaborated, but I kept it at hate.
I hate the Alabama.
I hate Roll Tide, no.
Pod going up on a Tuesday.
Welcome, Pod fam. This is the Pod Squad. Today we'll bring you our best knowledge regarding circulating topics in the sports world. I'm the hype man.
I'm the brain.
I'm the life coach.
I'm the enthusiast, and this is
The Pod.
Well, folks, we're back.
We are back.
Week 12. Everybody thought we wouldn't even last 1 week, but we're back 12 in a row, folks. Coming at you. All of our millions of listeners out there, our worldwide fame here. I got a great, albeit kind of we don't got as much stuff as we normally have for you today. It's kind of what we call the sports world lull. I mean, until March Madness, things are going to get kind of a little bit low. Professionally, football's over. Professionally, baseball hasn't started off. We got the NBA and kind of the garbage portion of the season here. But we got some things happening. We're yelling at Colin to turn around.
Being a Jeremy.
I guess we don't want to see Nielsen then.
No, it's fine. We don't need to see that.
Just lower down.
Yeah.
We don't want to see me.
But we got some things going on today. We got some Husky sports as usual. I mean, we're getting kind of into playoff time for a lot of the teams here. We got some interesting news out of the greatest city, Portage, Wisconsin. We got an update from the Portage Alumni Basketball Tournament, which I know is kind of people have been wanting to find out about that. We're going to talk about the NCAA men's basketball, considering the Badgers, the Duke-UNC game, kind of a big game, and some bracketology. We're talking about the NBA trade deadline, or the lack thereof, the snore fest that was the trade deadline.
Yep.
Got some NHL stuff. Yammer Yager's back at the ripe old age of 45. We'll talk about that. And then, obviously, we're getting some more golf in. I mean, tis the season. And I'm probably actually just going to start talking about NASCAR later, too.
left turn.
We got a lot of left turns in NASCAR, that's true. But, yeah, let's get right into this. We got a little bit of... Well, first off tonight, girls basketball game against Kiel's regional game at Kiel. We encourage everybody to go out and follow that. Obviously, we know the girls kind of had not the greatest season that they wanted to, but, big upset tonight would be great over Kiel. Don't know if it'll happen, but, if you're not doing anything, go support the girls in their endeavors tonight at Kiel. And plus, we hate the Kiel, so to go there
let's help them get their first win.
Yeah, to go over there and heckle the Kiel people will be a nice thing, because we don't like the Kiel. We don't like the Raiders.
No,
we hate the Raiders. In fact,
not at all.
That's a little cliffhanger right there.
Yeah.
Should we bring up the bracket for the boys now?
Let's get that. Well, first off, the boys had a great game last night, Friday night against Roncalli. Everybody was there, right, boys?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I mean, just a great game. And we got also too. We got a special guest today, the man who makes it all possible, Mr. Scott Nye will be joining us on the pod.
Yeah.
For some things here. But the boys, what did you guys think of the game on Friday? We thought it was good. They needed that win. How'd they play?
Oh yeah, it was awesome.
Evenly scored.
Elaborate
the
on
starters.
that, please.
Evenly. One person I was most impressed by, because Nolan and Berg and Bryce should be putting up the regular numbers like they do, but someone that stepped up in my mind was Mr. Austin Schrage. He played.
Had some filthy drives.
Yeah, he played well offensively and defensively.
He made 2 or 3 shots that were just straight up body to body contact down the lane, and I was just like, yes.
Yeah. It was definitely an evenly matched game in the first half. I believe we were only up by 2 at half because Berg had that buzzer beater.
Yep.
You know, I think that really carried the momentum into the second half, and then we just came out on fire in the second half.
Yeah.
We got up to like a double-digit lead.
I was nervous about the length of that halftime show.
Yeah, that was
ruining our momentum. I was like getting a little nervous. Yeah. We should maybe plan that out better with senior nights and everything.
Yeah, but I think you can really tell how much the team has improved overall from the start of the season.
Oh God, yeah.
You know, just going on scoring droughts, and now it's all coming together. And really, I'd hate to play them when they're playing this good.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I mean, like, and plus they start off. I mean, we're going to bring up the brackets, but for those who don't know, they're going to start off next Tuesday night at home against who I don't even know. Who
Denmark.
Denmark. The country.
No, the city.
No, not the Dutch. Not the Dutch.
The freaky deaky Dutch.
Yeah.
Yep, we got the bracket up
Denmark.
here.
Yeah, and I think I thought we predict that a 5 seed with a win.
Yeah.
I think I believe I
No,
said that, or maybe you did.
Right.
I believe Skylar and I talked about that on the broadcast too. I know we said like
you could if you look at that bracket, folks, you could see us, winning against Denmark and then pulling off the nifty upset against Falls.
Well,
right there.
And what's awesome is, guys, we get to see Falls this Thursday.
Yep, we play them Thursday, so it'd be a last time for us.
You bet. Scott and I, you do a lot of the games there, and welcome to the pod. We're just tickled pink to have you here.
And you're literally pink.
Yeah. And you've been calling a lot of the games, interviewing Coach Hirth. I mean, what do you think's been the turnaround for the boys, or kind of how they're playing right now? Just any analysis you have, any insight would be great.
Well, I know that Skylar and I and Colin, we've talked about it a little bit here and there, but you look at last year, high expectations as necessary coming back, but look at the changes. 8-man rotation for the 8 guys in the lineup this year at the outset. Played little to no minutes at the varsity level the year before. Of course, Nolan Byrne came back about the last third of the season after the leg injury again in football. Mm-hmm. And then you mentioned Austin Schrage, but then you throw in Ryan Steffes and Carson Hoyce, who are in the rotation.
And
they were
Dylan
playing,
James.
And Dylan James. Yep. They were all playing JV last year. Mm-hmm. So, you guys hit on it a moment ago, just how much better they've gotten, and really that comes down to just finding roles, the different lineups, and the different starting lineups until about game 10 or 12 of the year, when the group that starts the game has kind of been the group that's been starting since about the midway point of the season. And I know Coach Hirth made a comment to me. He felt that the group that starts right now is the group that seems to move the ball the best to start the game, which really kind of helps set the tone for what they want to do. And the results bear heat at this point. 9 of 11 here going into their regular season finale on Thursday. So
yeah,
absolutely.
And,
go ahead.
Yeah, and Mr. Nye's right in the fact that like even Anthony James, he didn't even really start a game at all last year. Just these guys are improving as games go on. Doing the little things, scoring, defense, rebounding, all those things are just improving not only as individuals but as a whole.
And I think coaching-wise, what I like from Coach Hirth and the coaching staff is the rotations seem to be pretty regular. Every game I've watched, when these people are coming in, and I think, those rotations kind of help create that ball movement or help to maintain that ball movement. And so I really, like the way the coaches are going about those rotations and being able to adjust to different teams and things like that.
Right. Yeah.
Well, look at the other thing too before you move from that is the loss against Valders. Yeah. It was a loss, but look at how
loss.
look at how you could argue till the chickens roost here about about a good loss or a bad win or whatever the case might be, but look at how that game went down. New Holstein played with Valders the entire first half, had a lead most of the first half, and then literally it was a single guy in Alex Sheeler who just
got to stop one guy
who lit the gym on fire.
Yes.
21 of his 28 in about an 8-minute stretch in the second half that gave him a double-digit lead. But the fact of the matter was that was a double-digit lead for Valders with 2 minutes left in the game, and all of a sudden it became a 2-possession to 1-possession game inside of 45 seconds. Now, when you're facing the top team in your conference and one of the top 10 teams in Division III, how easy it would have been to just say, you know what, fold it, we'll move on to the next one. They grew a little hair on the back of their neck in that game, in my opinion.
A little competitiveness.
Absolutely, and that's going to be important in a week because you look at how things plan out. I hate to mention this, but I guess sometimes I've become king of irony on this. New Holstein plays Kiel in the regional semifinal last year, having beaten them twice in the regular season and dropped that game.
Yep.
Falls is a possible second-round opponent. We've been able to take care of Falls at our place. We play Falls on Thursday, and then the chance to see them twice in 2 weeks as far as how that bears out. So Thursday's definitely not a throwaway game. That's position and confidence, but it'll really be interesting to see, based on the outcome of that game, and then if the two teams match up a week from Friday, how the emotions run in that one.
Yep, absolutely. In our analysis, I mean, we're easily going to get an analysis next Tuesday of the Sheboygan Falls game and talk about kind of what we expect going into the game Tuesday night, which, again, Husky Nation, get out and support the teams here. And speaking of supporting, we got some big news.
Before we go on, though, I'd just like to mention that you can catch the girls' game tonight if you don't want to come out on
station identification
on NFHS Network. Just go on there, and it's NFHSnetwork.com. Go on there, search New Holstein High School. You can watch the game. Also, you can watch the game against Falls or listen to it on Thursday. And the playoff game next week will also be on NFHS Network, so check that out. Moving on now.
Yeah, we got some big news out of the wrestling world in New Holstein. We were lucky enough, and shout out to these fellows. We got 3 of our wrestlers on to the state tournament, which happens, I believe, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Yep, correct.
This coming. We had Jacob Barth, Matt Beekle, and Anthony Schatzer, a.k.a. Purnell.
Yes.
So big time
Where
stuff.
does that name come from?
Schatzer, I think, I don't know. Like, he changed it recently. I don't know the story.
Sure.
We got to get Purnell in here to talk.
Okay.
We just got to get him on the pod.
Yeah, big congrats.
He's in my
to
room
them.
actually doing work right now, homework.
Is
So
he?
we will get someone called down there and get Purnell over here.
But another big congrats to them. Hopefully they do well.
Yeah.
I mean, we definitely want them to. If you're not doing anything this week, Thursday, Friday, go down to Madison.
Yeah. Or I know a lot of that stuff is televised via the internet.
NFHS Network also.
NFHS Network as well as the WIA stuff. So, and maybe we should work on getting some links out on our Twitter page or on our social medias.
We'll hook you up with that.
Yeah, we got to get the people hooked up. We got to get the Husky Nation hooked up with where to go.
Yeah, reminder though, you guys, you can follow us on Twitter at the NH Pod for all your sports news when our episodes are going up. So make sure you guys do
and
that.
Start following us now because this is a worldwide phenomenon.
Yeah, and again, where you are on YouTube, just go on there and search New Holstein Sports Podcast. Again, we're live on NH Radio.
Or just scroll down about 5 scrolls, maybe you'll find us right on the top there.
Yeah, we're trending right now.
Yeah, I mean, like if you just open up your Twitter, hit trending, we'll probably be there. So
yeah.
I mean, but if for some reason it's not there, at the NH Pod.
Yeah.
So yeah, we really hope those guys have some good luck at wrestling. I know the state tournament is a very difficult tournament, but and the amount of work that these guys are doing. I mean, I just literally before I came into the closet, before I had to follow the secret direction, punch in all the passcodes, and say the secret password to get in here. I saw Matt Beekle running with Jacob Barth on his back as far as a drill for like conditioning or something. So those guys are out there working tough. Yeah. You hear the wrestlers yelling up there and getting rowdy before basketball games. They're out there working tough. So we wish those fellas the best of luck again. Congrats to Jacob Barth, Matt Beekle, and Anthony Schatzer, a.k.a. Purnell. Big week here at New Holstein.
Yeah.
I mean, what's this week called, guys?
FFA week.
FFA week. I think it's Future Farmers of America, but I think they've recently changed that to just FFA.
It's just FFA. It doesn't even stand for anything anymore.
So what do they do?
What do they do? Oh, I think it has something to do with leadership.
Leadership, good.
Maybe.
And they still do agriculture stuff, right?
I'm guessing,
I mean,
yes.
I think they go to like dairy expos and things like this.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
It's FFA week, and folks out there in the world, you know, all those people all over the world listening to us, the probably millions of listeners we have right now.
Even Latvia.
I mean, we know Porzingis, you're out there listening to the pod because we're your biggest fans. FFA week is a great week because we get to dress up every week. And for staff members, that's great. Yesterday we had, what was yesterday? We had
Hick Day.
Hick Day, where we dressed like rednecks. So it was. I wore my cowboy boots as usual, and a Dale Earnhardt shirt they had found at Walmart for $5 American. Well, you dabbed. Brady sneezed and dabbed. That was a good one, buddy. You got to get the dab sneeze in. I like that.
Yeah, that's trending. It's trending.
Today was Husky wear sports apparel wear, so I wore my Derrick Rose jersey. But then I think we have. Tomorrow's Blaze Camel Day, which I get around here, but like I'm really unclear. And I wish some of you guys would help me out. Is Defend Your Tractor Day? What is that?
I plan on driving my lawnmower tractor to school and defending it with everything I can. Now you want to say
Yeah.
something?
Do you really have no clue?
No, well,
No.
I think.
I don't
Please,
have.
just
I mean, I have an
explain.
idea,
I
but
have
I
an
don't
idea.
know.
I think it's
I know.
about branding of tractors. It's kind of like Chevy Ford, maybe. I don't know.
That would be a good way to put it. If you are not an agriculture aficionado,
Thank you.
well,
He likes the tractors.
Yeah, no, I know.
well, that's what happens when you grow up in the industry.
Yeah.
So I,
Yeah.
yeah.
John Deere's.
So what do you think will happen? I just want to get.
There'll probably be a few tractors in the parking lot, I'm sure.
This is New Holstein, folks.
No, well, it goes further because there's a day every year in the spring
Yeah.
where when my son is at home, his eyes are out the window because the FFA students drive their tractors to and from school, and
Oh,
my
goodness.
road tends to be the one where the most of them sneak through town. So they're
What would you guys?
many of them are far too large for that
If
road.
I took my lawnmower to school, I'd probably have to leave at like 3 in the morning.
What if I just? What if I just?
my
push,
my lawnmower tops out at like I want to say 10, 15 miles an
What if
hour.
I just
Yeah.
push my push mower up here?
That yeah,
Just
that'd be
like.
Yeah, but for you, it's not that long of a drive. For me,
Just
it is.
wear an
Yeah,
international harvester hat and it'll be good
Yeah,
to go.
like what I want to do though, and I'm gonna release the bag so I know everybody's listening. But I want to find a brand of tractor that everybody hates and wear that shirt.
yes.
Like a Husqvarna.
yes.
Do people hate the Husqvarna, or is that not even?
Husqvarna?
Is that even a tractor company?
Yeah, well,
it is not a tractor
not really.
manufacturer in the U.S.
you know what?
I have a
Just
list here.
Tweet
Yeah.
right now and just tweet and tell me what tractor you don't like, what brand.
Please.
Please.
People who are listening to, we got to get who is the worst brand. And I know people are gonna say John Deere. I know there's a huge.
If it ain't
John
red,
Deere-
it stays in the shed.
If it ain't red, it stays in. We gotta get some of these comments up. If it ain't red, it stays in the shed.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
man.
that's for Case IH.
Yes.
Yeah,
So what do they have
That's
negatory
sad.
things about like John Deere? Like what do you say if it's
only 3.
What?
what do they say negative about John Deere?
I don't know. I like John Deere.
Oh, you're in the
is like-
ballpark.
Yeah. Stuff. Either way, I just want to know what I was confused about it. So I need to find some tractor wear, like International Harvester or.
Should I
Farmall.
Should I just bring you a John Deere sweatshirt?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Hat.
That'd be great.
I got
If
a few of those at home.
Awesome. That'd be great if you could do
That was I'm sure I know of at least one person very specifically who will find me tomorrow when I tell them that that's what it was John Deere and Deutz in the sheds at my house when I was growing up.
But a lot of people like that International I heard around here.
My dad has crossed over. He fixes both or anything basically.
Okay.
So they've completely rebuilt a few. Actually, they've gone on to the Ford side as well. So
I mean, this is to be fair though, this is more than I've ever thought we talk about FFA. But
Truth.
But I mean, we have
Very
a bunch.
true.
They have a milk chugging contest tomorrow. They ate cheese and pickled eggs
I'm gonna
today.
be- I'm gonna
That's
be hon-
disgusting.
I'm gonna be
Pickled eggs are
honest.
yummy.
I'm gonna be honest. If they the string cheese. Me and Colin were talking about this, aka the brain. We were talking about if we got to eat the string cheese, we would not try to shove it down as fast as we can. We just sit there and enjoy it.
You're not trying to win.
Yeah,
No,
we don't try.
I mean,
to
what
win.
do you get
Why
for
would you
winning?
do that?
No, what is the big FFA thing you have to do? Like find an FFA emblem?
Yes.
And you
At
win
the wrong
something?
school.
Yeah, what do you win,
We don't
Colin?
know. I don't know. We
We
could speculate.
hypothesized.
We could speculate.
Yeah, tell me.
Gallon of milk, maybe,
Possibly
or just some form of
a
milk.
gift card to the non-existent
Yeah, they give
Tractor
ice cream.
Supply.
Well, you could find them. They're here. Not
Not
New
New
Holstein.
Holstein.
Not
Yep.
anymore.
We
So
had one.
Probably maybe the Ace Farm and Home in Chilton.
Maybe the Reister and Schnell.
Yeah.
Right
Rooster
up.
and Schnell gift cards.
I don't know.
pass them
I-
every day.
Yeah.
Get your spark plugs or whatever you
Get
need.
spark
Maybe-
plugs.
maybe
a
the-
bug nut for your John Deere.
Yeah,
Maybe
I know.
the Holy Land Amish farm could provide some tractor equipment.
Maybe.
I mean, it's this horse drawn is not efficient. As it used to be.
Maybe
I mean,
maybe some
I just wonder what FFA has to give.
a 4-pack of tickets to the John Deere lawn tractor
To, like,
races.
Or
Not the John
Johnsburg?
Deere, Johnsburg.
The
sorry,
Johnsburg.
Johnsburg.
launch. I mean, also tweet at us, folks. If you're an FFA, what is the prize? What do you win?
Yeah. It'd be
Is it a
cool to put
Reister
an
and
engine
Schnell
on a
gift card,
lawnmower.
or is it 4 tickets to the St.
Johnsburg.
Johnsburg
Lawn tractor races.
tractor races? Which
Yeah.
my money is on those two things.
I
It's one
want
of those two
to. I want to
things.
know because I'm gonna actually try to look for one. If it's the lawnmower races, I want to
I'm
go.
in.
Yeah, because people put engines on those lawnmowers, and those babies fly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see some drifting on those bad boys.
Not really on our. I mean, but either way, guys, FFA week support. Support your tractor on Thursday. What's Friday?
ice cream they give us.
Well, we know we get ice cream, which is
We've
big.
literally talked about this for probably 10 minutes.
I took a picture of it.
We got it.
this
We're
morning.
done. We're done.
I took a picture.
Okay.
Of it.
We got to stop.
We're going to move on. Portage Alumni Basketball Tourney.
Oh,
Life
yes.
coach, tell us about
Now,
that.
this is probably one of the most, like all week my Twitter blows up and
Yeah.
emails blow up, and I'm answering probably about 300 to 400 emails a week about things people want us to talk about. Overwhelmingly, most of my emails and tweets I've received, you can go on my Twitter and look at it. You'll see at S. Nielsen.
I think it's Life Coach.
Life Coach, you can find me. People are tweeting at me, please give us coverage of the Portage Alumni Tournament. We know that you go back once a year to your alma mater, one of the greatest cities in the world, Portage, and do a little balling.
Yeah.
And to that I say, yes, I do.
Yeah.
And this, to be honest, our class is not great at basketball. I got gassed out pretty quick in the games that I played. I probably finished the tournament with about 4 points. I airballed numerous times, which the crowd chanted airball at me against WIAA rules.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get out of
We're gonna have to find them for that.
No, but what I want to talk about is the class of 1998. They have literally won the Portage Alumni Basketball Tournament 14 years in a row. Talk about a dynasty that nobody talks about.
That is a dynasty.
They've won 14 years in a row. The Portage Alumni Basketball Tournament. Chris Stanley, DJ Brent, Bruce Christensen, Steve Galarza, Brent Vogelsang, just some Portage basketball legends. 14, Pete. That's a dynasty.
That is.
That is not even. That should be on the Ocho or something like that.
Yeah.
He's been 8th the Ocho.
Yeah, but needless to say, I launched up some tray bombs from the suburb,
Yep.
landed on one, drew some fouls, played some solid D, got super winded.
Uh-huh.
That's pretty much it. But really,
Drank some Gatorade.
gotta have that. And you know what, Skylar, for you, I wrapped it
Good.
in tin foil.
Tinfoil.
Yeah.
Tinfoil.
But to be
Gotta
honest,
keep it
guys,
cold.
When I was launching my 3 balls, all I could think about was Curtis Steffes. Hitting that game winner in JV, just launching moon balls
Yes.
right into the basket. And that was my inspiration. So, Curtis,
There you
if you're
go.
listening, thank you.
Yeah,
But-
the new trademark of Curtis Steffes is
The moon ball.
But looking to the future of the
Yeah.
Portage Alumni Curling Tournament,
Yeah.
can we have live coverage of that?
We can. Just for those of you who don't know, the basketball tournament is actually just a teaser in the Portage Alumni sports circuit, as I'll call it. March 11th and 12th, I will be participating in the Portage Alumni Curling Tournament, which, like I said, I'm not very good at basketball, but I have been a champion of the Portage Alumni Curling Tournament in the year 2014. And
Yep.
I have pictures to prove it. I don't know if we have them up.
I'll look you up on Google.
You can just tweet. Why don't you tweet them out? Just
Yeah, I'm going to tweet out the photos of me and my championship team to the people.
Yeah.
But I'm a champion there, and so I'm really just looking forward to get back on the ice, throw some rocks around, and yell sweep to people.
There you go.
Does Portage have any other alumni sports tournaments?
No, but they have 2, which is more than most.
Which is
cities.
more than all the schools in Wisconsin
Yeah.
combined.
We don't have another.
It's high.
But actually, one thing I was reading in the paper, people from Pep Band actually came back to play before the games, the Portage Alumni games. So they had an alumni Pep Band, which was righteous. My man Don Dan organized that. What
Wow.
a legend.
Oh my goodness.
But
we need to get some of those at New Holstein.
yeah, that's out of control.
Yeah.
Alumni basketball tournaments.
All
I'm
right,
in.
all right, Brady, get ready. Now it's your baby.
NCAA basketball, folks.
Badgers not ranked again, Brady. 27 votes into the top 25. Thoughts?
I think it's fair.
It is fair.
Yeah,
Why?
yeah.
I don't think they should be ranked yet.
Good point.
Yet?
No.
They need one. If they beat Iowa, I think they have a
They
good
play
should
shot.
both
Iowa
their
tomorrow
games.
night, right?
Tomorrow night, yes.
If they beat Iowa tomorrow night, I think they should be able to lock up number 25 rank.
Do you think they're locked into the tournament, though? Do you think
Yes.
they got a bid?
Uh,
I mean, I've read some stuff about bubble. Like I've read Ohio.
we can't have a bad loss to Minnesota. If we lose to Minnesota,
I think if we lose to Iowa and Purdue, and then we maybe win one game in the Big Ten tournament, I'm sorry, it's gonna be a little iffy.
yeah,
Yeah, I think we got to go. We got to have a good showing.
right.
Tournament, which I
Yeah.
think we can do.
The
I mean, we beat-
bracketology was just updated. Even after the horrid loss to Michigan State,
Yeah,
still
yeah.
Joe Lenardi still has us as an 8 playing UConn.
8?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, here's why. that's not as bad a loss as you think. It was by 12 points. Michigan State was, 8th in the country when that happened. So you got to think about the circumstances. And that was a split. Michigan State had to do that to split with Wisconsin.
Yep.
And you highlighted the fact that they've played so much better in the last few weeks.
Yeah.
And I would agree in the sense that if they can avoid a bad loss, i.e., like you indicated, Minnesota.
Yeah.
And I would say, depending upon who they get in the Big Ten tournament, one win for sure, but depending upon who it is and then who they face in that second game, 8 to 10, as strong as the Big Ten has been the last couple of years, I don't think that's out of the question.
Right, and you scratch those losses against Western Illinois and Milwaukee.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think we don't have much of a problem right now, but since we have those, we're still trying to, I mean, I still think we're gonna make the tournament.
Yeah.
I think we're going to, the way we're playing right now. I think we're gonna beat Iowa tomorrow as well, because Iowa is complete overrated.
What do they rank? 8?
Hold on.
I think they're 8, maybe somewhere in there. I mean, I'm not fact checking. We don't do that here, but we're actually just going to look it up for you folks.
Yeah, I think they're in the top 10 though for sure.
I thought 8. At one point they were 4.
Yeah.
Correct. They are
They're
8.
8. So,
But then
They're not. Yeah.
after that Michigan State game, they kind of struggled in the first half against Illinois.
Oh, horribly.
But then they had a really nice
even
comeback.
even for like a lot of the second half too,
Oh,
they
yeah,
were
and
still
then
struggling.
Nice 13-point comeback there.
You know what-
Well, why don't
really
we show the highlights for
Let's
that?
show the highlights.
Let's get
You know
the
what
highlight
really
video up
stinks?
there.
You know what really stinks though, guys? Is that win against Maryland is starting to just belittle. Like
Yes.
the fact
Yeah.
that Maryland just
Good point.
they can't they even have troubles at home versus Michigan.
but
I mean,
we
Michigan's
hate the
not
Maryland.
bad.
We want to
Yeah.
see them struggle. I
Well,
know
But I want to see them win because then our win looks better.
True. Good point.
I think if we beat Iowa, this week, we're not talking about any of this anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. If we beat Iowa, I have no concern that we're not making the tournament.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
let's roll those highlights from the game against Illinois here on the YouTube, and people listening on Caster will kind of keep you updated with what's going on.
Wisconsin at home, as close to a must-win as you could imagine for the Badgers and their NCAA tournament hopes against Illinois. For the Illini, Sean, you said they had to make shots, and in the first half they did.
Well, it took them a while to get going, but it was a three-point shot that allowed the visitors from Champaign to overcome a 5-minute-plus scoring drought to enjoy a 5-point lead at the break as the three-point shooting spread around for the perimeter for Illinois.
Okay, Illinois finishes the first half on a 12-1 run, but in the second half, Mike, Ethan Happ came up huge for the Badgers.
We like to show buckets, right? But Ethan Happ's defense was ridiculous in the second half. He was deflecting everything, and then his tough traffic rebound was a huge get with a 2-point lead.
But I'm going to show some offense anyway. The floater, as Happ has 20 and 12. Wisconsin goes on to win 69-60. That's 8 of 9 in the redshirt Frosh afterwards with John Crispin.
Ethan, 20 points, 12 rebounds, 60.
Nice comeback. That was weird.
You're good.
We're good. Yep. Now we're golden.
And it was a big win, and I think probably like I just said, the Michigan State game might have taken a little bit of wind out of the sails, and because they were on such a roll.
Yeah.
To have a decisive loss,
Yeah,
it's not a bad loss, but it
it's
was
okay.
decisive.
Like you told me, we were gonna probably lose one time, and it's good that we lost to a good team.
A recheck. Sometimes
yeah.
you got to reset
Yeah.
that and
Yeah.
know that hey, we are beatable. But what do we got? Predictions. I mean, are we all going to take Bucky as normal?
Yeah. Yep.
Well, obviously.
Yeah.
I just think that right now the only player that's really producing for Iowa is Peter Jock, and Utah really isn't carrying the load as one would have hoped, like he did in the earlier of the season. So I think Badgers will. Though I think they're going to beat Iowa. And I think they're going to beat them by more than a possession.
That's good. I hope so.
Yeah.
Moving on to Duke UNC.
Yeah.
God, nobody was more
on that
excited than Peter Hoffmeister.
Yeah.
We hated that game.
Yeah, he's parading his Duke flag around.
Yeah, he brought his Duke flag around.
I'm really gonna. You guys don't get mad at me for saying
We're
this,
gonna.
But
We're gonna.
Better team won.
Okay. Yes. I mean, Ingram did play
Amazing.
amazing.
I don't care. Like the better team won.
They were.
UNC,
In that game, they were.
UNC literally. Roy Williams said in a conference right before halftime. One of the broadcasters asked, do you guys worry about defense? Your defense is a little lacking right now. And he's like, I don't care about defense. He flat out said this. I don't care about defense as long as we score more points than them. Me and my father talked about this. That is so moronic to say. Like, you can't, like, you don't say that. Defense wins championships. And obviously their defense isn't good enough if Duke won. And UNC's only offense comes from transition. So Duke was the better team in my mind. So
well, obviously, I mean, but the Battle of Tobacco Road
UNC has a lot of talent. They just don't use it, especially because Bryce Johnson had 29 points with 10 minutes left in the game, and they didn't even get him the ball.
They are scary, though, if they can score.
Right, I know. Yes. But they only score in transition, really.
But like we saying here, Dukies can't ride the momentum.
Because they lost afterwards.
However,
to Louisville, who has beaten North Carolina and Duke now.
However,
but they won't make the tournament.
However, they can
travel. Good team.
Yeah. However, they can travel all the time. We're gonna roll some highlights.
Oh yeah, they can travel.
Dukes can't ride the momentum.
Dang Adele.
And pick up.
What a game.
Let's roll those highlights.
Here we go. The rivalry. Number 20 Duke. Number 5 North Carolina. Brandon Ingram getting himself into the rivalry for the first time. Duke coming in has won 3 in a row in the rivalry and 10 of the last 13. Bryce Johnson has something to say about that. The follow jam, and the Tar Heels take the early lead. On the break, Nate Britt to Isaiah Hicks. And at 16-13, the UNC crowd loves it in Chapel Hill. Luke Kennard, instant offense. 7 straight for Duke, and he gives the Blue Devils a 20-18 lead. But Bryce Johnson was unstoppable in the first half. Just in the first half, he had 18 points and 11 rebounds. That's right, a double-double in the first half. The Tar Heels lead by 4 at the break. Second half, Brandon Ingram gets the Blue Devils going. He hits for 3. I'd say he can handle the pressure of this rivalry. He had 20 and 10. How about Grayson Allen? The tough finish. He had a team-high 23. It's a 2-point game. Now 68-66, under 5 minutes to go. The loose ball goes right to Justin Jackson, who finds Bryce Johnson. 29 points, 19 boards for the big man, 70-66. A 2-point game again. Luke Kennard. The 3 in the corner, good. It's Duke's first lead of the second half. 72-71, Kennard, 15 points in the game. And on the sideline, Matt Jones loves it. Sideline with a sprained ankle. He suffered in the first half. He's going to jump around anyway. Final seconds. Roy Williams does not call a timeout, lets his offense go, and Duke stops the Tar Heels, and the Blue Devils pull off the huge upset, shorthanded. Duke gets the win 74-73. I'm Jeff Fischel. This is the ACC Digital Network. We are the official home for ACC basketball. For more great content like you've just watched, click one of these.
Who are okay with Roy Williams not calling that timeout, because UNC trains and practices that scenario.
But here's the thing, Nielsen. They were cold the last 10 minutes.
I mean, you can say that, but I don't know.
They couldn't find any offense.
I don't think that was the turning point. I don't think a timeout get them.
Oh, right. I agree. I think the turning point was not using your big guns in the right way.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they blew the 8-point lead with 2 minutes left or something like that. It was just terrible.
Sad.
Yeah.
But either way,
let the Dukies slip away.
We still don't like the Dukies. They did win that game. Kudos to them. Grayson Allen, you still travel.
Yep, you still traveled.
Mm-hmm. Did you see, to wrap that up, did you see the Jimmy Kimmel skit last week?
No. I did not.
There was a North Carolina. I'm trying to remember the way this was around, because this is the key. There was a student from Duke, goes to North Carolina, buys some garb, walks around campus, and starts asking questions and talking. They wanted to get questions. They were asking questions about the North Carolina team, but instead of using North Carolina players, they were dropping Christian Laettner, Grayson Allen. They were dropping names of current Duke players.
That's awesome.
And they were getting legitimate answers from North Carolina fans who said they were Raven fans.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Tobacco Road is suspect.
Yeah. Jeez.
I quickly want to say some couple things. One of our 2 teams that we talked up, Dayton Providence, now kicked from the rankings.
We messed up.
Yeah.
It's our rookie year, guys. Give us a rookie break.
Yeah.
Rookie season, be an analyst.
Also, Nick Halbach, Miami, ranked 12 now, and they just got a big win against Virginia at home last night.
Miami has been sneaky good all year. They don't get much press, but they have been sneaky good, right? They've lost some games, but they've also had some really quality wins.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention we're talking about Big Ten right now. Indiana is leading the Big Ten, and yet they are not ranked ahead of Iowa, Maryland, Michigan State, but they're leading the Big Ten.
They are.
Yeah, Ohio State's 4th in the Big Ten though.
Yeah, you mentioned Indiana, and a tweet from Mr. Hoffmeister here, aka Hoff. 31 years ago today, Bob Knight's infamous chair toss happened in Indiana.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was today. Thank you,
I wish
Hoff.
we had that queued up.
Yeah.
Watch that toss and get
gnarly.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it. I mean, we got some bracketology games to watch this week. The only one for me, the only one I really care about is Wisconsin, Iowa.
I mean, there's Villanova Xavier's Wednesday night too.
I'm not sold on Villanova. I'm throwing them.
Not either.
I am not going to get on their bandwagon just yet. I just don't think they play the tough competition.
Just like
Well, 1 versus 5. So
but I don't even think Xavier's that.
We forgot to mention Augie's,
they're good.
Augie's team last night.
West Virginia.
West Virginia scored 69 points from the bench. Jay Sean Page had 34, and Tariq Phillip had a 22.
Was that last night?
Yeah, and they beat Iowa State by 10 points. I don't know, West Virginia. I don't know what to say. I don't know who the best team in the Big 12 is.
It's really been a roller coaster in the Big 12.
I think Kansas is the best team, but I don't know who the second best team, whether it's West Virginia, Oklahoma, Texas. You know,
this bracket.
Texas Tech, who's on a streak right now.
Yeah, this NCAA tournament.
Texas Tech is
unreal.
Yeah, they have beaten now three
ranked teams in a row.
Yep, Iowa State, Baylor, and Oklahoma. And then also I want to say to you guys, hey, Minnesota beat Maryland last week.
Yeah.
Good.
I told you guys.
We love the Gophers.
They
We
did
hate
it.
the Diamond
College
Stone.
like they haven't won a conference game yet. I was like, don't count them out. Yeah.
You bet. But yeah, what do we? Not on there, but like, yeah, Villanova, Xavier. I always pick them for some reason in my bracket, and they never go far.
Yeah,
I always get all hyped on them.
I picked NC State over them last year, so I'm not upset.
No, that's good. You know who else I get hyped up on that I can't control myself on that I should is Gonzaga. No idea why.
Yeah, they
I
go
get
nowhere.
So hyped on them every year. I'm like, Zags are going.
Same with Virginia. I always take Virginia so far, and they lose to Michigan State.
And Iowa State. And Iowa State.
They
made me so mad.
Yeah.
It's something about the Big East teams. I always pick one Big East team to go far.
Qs.
And I remember one year I picked Georgetown to, I think, win it all, and they lost in the first round. That was FGCU. That was the Florida Gulf Coast.
Dunk
City.
I was so mad. My
relax,
bracket
guys.
was busted.
Let's calm down. Let's save it for the bracket special that a million people are going to tune into.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, you get ready.
Moving on to my favorite topic, the NBA. But this week I'm not actually jacked about it because that trade deadline was just a snore fest.
Yeah, no.
It was.
No boogie.
No boogie. Everybody that was talked, Dwight Howard,
Yeah.
Bucks. For some reason, the Bucks showed up in that
Yeah,
conversation.
we picked up Steve Novak. Good
Yeah.
old Brown Deer native.
You know who else? The only person that I'm jacked about getting picked up is Jimmer Fredette.
Bucks picked him up?
No, the Knicks did.
To mentor Kristaps Porzingis, I think.
A 10-day contract.
10-day mentor contract. But he got him last night, just drained a three.
Yeah.
Jimmer Fredette.
Fredette.
Yeah, but yeah, nothing big.
Well, there's Verjao got signed with the Warriors. He went to the Warriors.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. I don't think that's a big deal.
I don't think any of these things are a big deal, really.
No, I just don't think. I mean, and there was that one
Markieff
trade.
Morris.
Yeah, Markieff Morris might have been the biggest move, I think. Who got traded to the Pistons that just didn't pass a physical, so the trade is done?
I don't know how to say his name. Donatas? I don't know.
Donatas Monteundas?
Yeah, Hallbach, tell us how to say that name.
Yeah, Monteuntas.
Monteuntas or something like
is
that.
Is he from like the Raptors?
Rockets.
Rockets. And he didn't pass the physical, so he's done. But yeah, I mean, well, Tobias Harris was a big pickup.
Yeah.
I thought that was a big pickup. But, for as much talk about this trade down, and it usually happens like this, I was just so down in it. Who cares?
Well, the Wisconsin kid, Sam Decker, is signed to the D-League in Rio Grande Valley for the Rockets.
We got to get
That's
him.
good,
We got to watch that. We got to stream some of those games.
D-League basketball.
He should have stayed one more year.
Yeah.
You wouldn't get pass up millions of dollars.
I mean, think about it though.
He could have got a lot better.
You're right. He could have been Player of the Year.
True.
I agree.
So.
Whatever.
Yeah.
He's missing out.
Yeah.
Moving on, Warriors. They're just amazing. They can play basketball. I don't like them. I don't think
Warriors.
I don't think they're going to win the
Why?
NBA.
They're going to beat the Spurs.
Why? Okay, why Anderson Varejao? Why? I feel like they don't.
They don't need him.
No, well,
they don't have a big man really.
Yeah, I mean, like
I know, but like
he's not going to see a lot of playing time. He's
No.
just an insurance policy, maybe to give somebody a breather.
Makes sense.
Here and there. I mean, like just not. I mean, a role player.
Yeah.
You know, not going to be a big thing.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you guys think the Warriors are going to win more than 72 games? They have been the fastest team to win 50 games in NBA history.
And how many games are there in the season?
84?
82.
82 games?
Yep.
Are they going to win more than 72?
Well, they got spanked the other night by the Trailblazers. Lillard
Yep.
put on a show.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, but then they won against the Hawks last night, I believe.
Yeah.
That's
Steph
their
Curry
50th
just doing
win.
Steph
I mean,
Curry things.
they're just that good.
And they beat the Clippers too before that.
Yeah. Well, sans Blake Griffin, he's over.
Yeah, and
beating people up.
And
but
Larry Sanders.
Jordan couldn't make a dunk.
Yeah, I know.
DeAndre Jordan couldn't make a dunk.
Yeah, there was all that trade talk.
Who can't make a free throw? Who's that?
Andre Drummond.
Andre Drummond.
Okay, yeah.
He missed 23 free throws in one game.
I saw him airball one last night.
Oh jeez.
Did they can't airball at him?
So to answer the question, I hope the Warriors win more than 72 games.
You're high on the Warriors. You love those guys.
You guys are all Spurs fans. I like the Warriors.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like all about breaking records and stuff.
Okay.
That's just what I'm about. So I really do hope they win more than 72 games. I think it's definitely doable for them.
All right. I do too. But my big fella, Anthony Davis, goes off.
From the Cats.
He did.
Off the other night. 59 points, 20 rebounds.
Crazy.
He's been having. I mean, I picked him number 1 in our fantasy draft overall. Set high expectations, and he is going to be one of the greatest players in the NBA.
Yeah.
Yes.
But he's not having a great year, to be honest. He's not having a production year like he should be. This hopefully maybe gives him the turnaround.
Yeah, is this the start? Could be.
Kaminsky and Porzingis apparently had a dance off.
They did.
Are we gonna watch that?
Let's watch.
Well, they didn't have a dance off yet.
But they're going to.
But here's a little. Here's a
get hooked up with
this is a little collection.
A side by side comparison, if you will.
They're gonna have one though. I know it's gonna happen.
It's got to happen. I mean,
we'll roll the clip right now.
Is this?
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. What is love?
Marshawn Lynch came on. It was with Von Miller and some guy off the Panthers. I forget who it was. They played Doom. And Marshawn Lynch shows up in like a Robin Hood hat. So ridiculous.
Oh, man.
Oh, so yeah, that's our NBA talk for today, right, gents? We got anything else going on
I
here?
think that's it.
That wraps.
Oh, no.
Well, we have the worst
trades
in honor of
NBA
the
history.
trade deadline. We could talk about the worst trades in NBA history. The Bucks are on there twice.
Shocker. Oh, God, this is
real shocker.
Number 1, number 11, Dirk Nowitzki was with the Milwaukee Bucks. They picked him in '98
for like 10 seconds.
for 10 seconds. And what did they get for him? What did they trade for him?
They got.
Well, they traded the pick, wasn't it?
For trailer.
That was Tractor Trailer.
Tractor Trailer.
Trailer. All 300 pounds of that big fella.
Yeah, that's why the Bucks are not doing very well.
And look at the career Nowitzki has had.
Well, there you go. There's the point. Rest his soul. Tractor Trailer is not with us anymore.
No.
And Dirk Nowitzki's still playing
NBA
at a relatively high level in the NBA.
And he got drafted in '98. He's like Timmy D2.
Yes. What do we got next? Charles Barkley.
The round to rebound.
Barles Charkley.
The round to rebound. He was traded for Jeff Hornacek.
Exactly.
Played for the Suns.
Played for
Role
the
player.
Yeah.
But not a Hall of Famer.
Isn't he coaching the Suns?
He got fired.
But he was there for a bit, wasn't he?
He got fired.
About a year and a half.
Yeah.
He got fired. We didn't get fired.
Scottie Pippen from the Seattle Supersonics.
Jeez.
The Knicks originally owned Mark Jackson. Yeah, Scottie Pippen was a legendary compliment to one Michael Jordan. That is a bad trade.
James Worthy.
James Worthy.
Why is it? Oh, video. Oh, videos does not exist.
God, who trades James Worthy?
I don't know.
For who?
Who they
Scroll down, look at.
I gotta look at this place.
This, I'm embarrassed that I don't know this one because this was actually in the area where I paid a lot more attention to the NBA, I will admit.
Don Ford?
Yeah. Who?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It says here at Bleacher Report, however they felt the acquisition of Don Ford and his 6 points per game would put them over the top.
And James Worthy becomes part of Showtime, and they win what, 3 NBA titles?
Oh, yeah. I just love how jaded some of these people who write these, they're just so angry about what could have been.
I know.
Alvin Hayes.
Houston Rockets.
I don't know these people.
Yeah, I don't know any. I'm skipping this one. Don't care.
Go
Moses Malone.
Moses
He was a
Malone.
legend.
Oh yeah.
Moses was one of the, outside of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for a time, he was one of the more dominant centers in NBA history.
Kareem is awesome.
Yeah, Kareem's my idol.
Portland Trailblazers selected him and traded him.
Kobe Bryant. The Charlotte Hornets.
Yeah, there's one for you.
Jeez.
That was... Kobe is still playing in the league, not at a legendary level like Nowitzki.
Yeah,
Think if
Kobe
he was-
can't dunk.
Kobe's easily going in the Hall of Fame.
Think if he would have stayed in Charlotte though, like, and he wouldn't have gone to the Lakers.
They would
Charlotte.
never switch to the Bobcats. They'd always be the Hornets.
Well, they actually were they got sold.
I know.
Oh,
man.
We got Wilt Chamberlain.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that
Wilt
could rank
is
up
still-
there.
Yeah.
Wilt the still.
Yeah, Wilt scored 100 in a game.
That's aggressive. Why do you trade him away? Kareem Abdul. Here's the Bucks at number 3 again. They just trading away Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
How can you trade?
They didn't trade Kareem, they traded Lou Alcindor.
Well, yeah, they traded Lou Alcindor for those of you. I mean, that's just terrible. What are these people thinking?
What's this one?
Magic Johnson, the New Orleans Jazz.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was a bad
How you traded Magic Man away?
Because I don't know that people knew how to operate with a 6'9" point guard at that time.
The Jazz traded Kenny Carr, Freeman Williams, Sam Worthen, and their 1979 draft pick.
Yeah, all for all of those. Who?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, the draft pick ended up being Magic Johnson. That was the 1979 draft
Oh my
pick.
goodness.
Bill Russell, the St. Louis Hawks. Who I don't know might now be the Atlanta Hawks.
Mm-hmm.
Cliff.
Red Auerbach did this, and he's a legend at Boston. Won a lot of ships over there. Red Auerbach, I think he's won the most championships out of any coach.
He had a lot of banners in the old Boston Garden at one time.
I think like upwards of 16 possibly, right? I mean, like we're talking
teens.
Yeah, we're talking like more than 10. What a legend. Yeah, NBA, I mean...
The fact that he was around long enough to make a poor trade like that and still win all those titles.
Yeah, exactly. Trading Bill Russell for what? For Cliff Hagan and Ed McCauley, who are just salads.
Salads.
In a word.
In a word, they're salads. Just weak units. But yeah, that's the worst trades in NBA history. I mean, like, can you believe these trades are being made, folks?
Yeah.
It's a travesty.
People are they're just dumping their team.
So does that make everybody gun shy now?
I don't.
To make the deal.
Well, there were a bunch of mediocre trades
I think this year the mediocreness came from the salary cap being raised and the crazy, and I know I'm getting hyped about this and I may not be right, but the crazy free agent market that is about to happen.
Yeah, there's a good point.
I mean, like Durant. Isn't Westbrook? LeBrick, if he doesn't pick up his option. Dwight Howard. I mean, it's going to be, and the cap goes. So like everybody's maybe trying to save room to pile up with this cap space and offer some more max deals to people. So that could have been it.
There are going to be some borderline players who are going to get max contracts this year. That's the result of the cap going up.
That is going to be the result. I mean, God, we need to do a special on the players that get max deals that don't deserve max deals.
Can we start with the Bucks and Michael Redd?
Oh my
God! Again, you talk about a guy who was a good. Now Redd was a solid player. Don't get me wrong.
Not a max player.
But you're right. He is not a max player. The problem was the Bucks had nobody to give that kind of contract to.
So let's just give it to somebody.
Let's just you know what? We got $66 million to throw around. Hey, Michael, come on over here.
Come on over here. That's what we do. Next week we got to do some research about the worst max deals in history.
We'll have to find that. We'll find that.
NHL. Jaromir Jagr at the ripe age of
44.
44 becomes third in all-time scoring. Does he have a chance to pass Wayne Gretzky? The answer is no. The reason why? Gretzky lives a half second in front of everybody else.
All right.
Can't beat Gretzky because he lives in the future.
Yeah, he's about like 150 goals away, so probably not.
No, not even a chance. Yeah. Not even a chance.
Yeah. So me and Brady are just talking about.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
We're talking about the salad and Vito Brown short arming that one shot at Syracuse
against the Cuse.
We'll show that next week on the YouTube.
Absolute broad.
Hey, to be honest, if you would look at that shot and you would have looked at one of my shots that I took from the suburbs in the Portage Alumni Tournament, that looked eerily similar. I just short-handed airball one, just weak.
Yeah. Okay.
Judge distance. On to Skylar and Colin's favorite topic, golf. What do we got?
Well. Big news. Big stuff here.
Uh-huh.
Well, first we got Bubba Watson winning some event, Northern.
Some event.
I don't know. What
the Northern Kmart Championship.
Yeah, the PGA Tour event sponsored by Kmart.
Yeah.
Because that's what happens.
Or Sears.
Yeah, whatever.
Something like that.
So that means that it's 9 PGA Tour wins for Bubba Watson. For Bubba since 2010, and the only player who has more is Rory McIlroy. He has 11. Bubba has 9. So great for that man.
Yeah,
Bubba,
absolutely.
Mr. Pink Driver.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And now the bigger news is Tiger Woods apparently... Someone reported that he was not planning to make a return to the PGA Tour because he had surgery on his back, I believe, and it just kind of made his back worse. I guess the surgery didn't work. There's the dab sneeze again.
Dab sneeze is back. Brady's just suffering from a cold over here. Just struggling.
But his agent just denied it. He got really fired about it. Really fired.
Hot and bothered?
So now the question is, should we be worried about Tiger Woods possibly not returning?
You know, I'm going to be honest here. I would love to see Tiger Woods just win just one more major.
Same.
I want him to win all of them this year.
I want him
yes,
to win
that'd be awesome. But you know, looking back at this, I wish I watched golf more when I was like younger, because that's when Tiger Woods was like in his prime.
Yes. We don't have a dominant player like that.
Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, we don't have a dominant player like that right now.
I mean, maybe.
No.
Okay, Spieth maybe. But still, okay, last year was good.
He choked.
Spieth had a good year. Tiger Woods had good years.
Yeah, okay, good point.
Years. Let's fine, but let's not forget Tiger Woods had great and dominant years.
There was a stretch of time, like you're saying, where Tiger was untouchable. He was like on top of Mount Everest, and everybody else was,
climbing Marytown Hill.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it was. And this was years. And you're absolutely right. Spieth's good, but what? There was a comment the last tournament he missed. He's missed what, four cuts in the last year.
Yeah, it's like that pressure builds. I don't know if that's it. You try to maybe get an advantage by trying to change up something, and something happens. We have a question on there. Should we be worried? I'm not worried. I saw Tiger. Do I want him to win more? Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about him not coming back, because at some point it's just going to be a reality of the PGA that's going to be Tigerless.
I think it would affect the PGA a little bit, though.
I think it would affect it a lot.
Yeah.
How?
Well, yeah, Tiger Woods probably gets a lot of viewers. I mean,
yeah, the ad revenue for the PGA is about to tank. Don't get fired. Don't get fired. Whoa. That was aggressive.
That was borderline
My
fire.
bad, folks. That was a little
too much,
Did
but
you have
it's
too much
true.
cold medicine today that you just can't think straight? You're just gonna yell stuff like that.
No, I'm just pulling zingers.
Benadryl subbed for Dayquil.
Yeah, don't
Yeah,
get fired.
That was borderline fired right there.
Don't get fired.
Oh my.
That was a scandal.
That was.
Yeah.
Which I would love to talk about on the pod, but I don't think this is the right place to talk about that.
No.
But the PGA will be affected because they might go bankrupt.
Yeah.
Now Tiger would add money.
Yeah.
Because people pay. I mean, think about when Tiger's not in a tournament versus he is in a tournament. Now I'm not fact checking this at all. I'm just this is what I think. I think viewership has to decline by 30%, at least.
Probably, yeah.
When Tiger is not playing in the PGA.
You're losing a fan right here.
I mean, I just want what I want is here's my ideal PGA season.
Yep.
All majors played at Chambers Bay, just to hear everybody complain about the broccoli
The grass.
Yes.
I just want Chambers Bay. All four. Even the British Open. Where's the British Open? Chambers Bay.
That would make me mad. That would really make me mad.
Chambers Bay.
It's that course that they played the what was it? It was the PGA Championship.
Open.
The US Open.
The US Open was played at
The
Chambers
course
Bay.
looks like a salad.
It just
It's-
looks
it's
like a big
salad.
piece of broccoli.
With spinach or
We'll get pictures of it next week.
It was
It's
incredibly long course, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Brown.
And
grass.
You couldn't really distinguish.
you might as well have been playing on pavement.
Guys, like, what is this, Badger Creek?
Don't get fired.
Hey,
we don't know.
easy.
Badger might not be wrong.
We
We'll
are
talk.
really.
We're bored.
getting-
I'm shutting
We're
it
really
down.
pulling.
I'm
back.
shutting the pod down.
I don't know if we can talk about golf anymore. I don't know if we can talk about golf anymore.
Picking up the Hubs lingo. Right
Yeah,
now.
we got to shut down the pod. It's over, folks.
Deactivate pod.
Don't do it. Don't stop.
Deac.